Right, so welcome. We've got a nice group here joining us live, and then this session will be recorded so that anyone who also wants to watch it again or just get a little bit of a reminder, or that isn't able to join us can join it. So I know that I've seen that one bit says about massage, and one bit says about breathing, and one bit says about movement. So we'll kind of combine it all in a lovely opportunity for you to just look after yourself, because that opportunity is essential, absolutely essential. So what we'll start off with, if you are happy to, is just make sure that your chair is supportive enough. Now, I'm quite short. I've shuffled to the front of my chair so that my feet are on the floor. And we're just going to do a little bit of movement to start off with. And we're just going to pick our heel up and down. So keeping our toe in contact with the floor. So it's as if you're walking on the spot. So just mobilizing your knee and your ankle, nothing more. So we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 of those. And now the next little thing, this is part of some seated exercise, is a tap and clap. So just tap your thighs, clap your hands. So we're just nice and low, tapping and clapping. Just wake up those thighs a little bit with a little bit of a pat, and just get some warmth and love to your fingertips. Do 2 more, 2, 1. And this time we're going to walk on the spot instead of the heels. Walk on the spot. So bring that core in nice and tight, and just walking on the spot. And now we're going to swing our arms as if we're walking on the spot. So this is actually starting to loosen our shoulders a little bit. And this time we're going to tap and clap over our head. So you can go for it as if you're in a disco or whatever, singing along to your favorite song. So again, when we open up here, we're opening up that lymphatic duct that can often get shut off a little bit, that's in our armpits, that helps with inflammation and helps with health. Do 2 more. And last one. So we've opened up our rib cage. We've really lifted that rib cage nicely. So now just take your chin over in line with your neck and get a nice stretch. Breathe out once you're there. Breathe in as you come back to neutral. Taking your head the opposite way, breathe out. Take your chin in line with your neck. Breathe in as you come in. Chin's going to go up as much as you can. Just be gentle within your soft limits. Breathing out. Stretching out that thyroid. And breathe in and give that thyroid and parathyroid a little squeeze as we bring chin to chest wherever is comfortable with you, working in your soft limits, not pushing to pain. Now we're going to take ear to shoulder. Don't lift your shoulder up. So if you need to, hold on to your chair or underneath your thighs. Take your head over to one side and really feel that stretch. You might feel it all the way through your shoulder as well as your neck. Breathe out. Breathe in as you come up to neutral. Take your head over to the other side. Breathing out. Breathe in as you bring your head up to neutral. Giving those shoulders a big squeeze up to ears. Squeeze, 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 and drop. And again, bring them up. Squeeze, 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 and drop. And just let them flop, like you had strings that pulled them up, and then they were snipped, and you sort of can feel almost a wobble as you drop them. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I hope I've got screen sharing on, because if we can get screen sharing on, then I'll just show you a few little pointers as to some of the benefits that you've literally just done for your body and that we will do. So I don't know whether...
that should be on now, Jane.
Yeah, it's great. That's great. Thank you. So there, hopefully people can see that little bit. So When we exercise and move, whether you dance like no one's watching, or whether we just march on the spot like we did there, that lifting and lowering of that huge group of muscles, when it starts to feel nice, and it makes us happy, as the lady there with her wild hair dancing away, it can release endorphins. Endorphins help with lifting mood. And I think when we're static and we're sort of squidged and sitting and we're cold or we're achy, we sort of close in. And if we can open up, it helps with our breathing. It helps opening up that heart. So we can help regulate the stress, releasing feel-good hormones. It can increase our metabolism. So again, going from that sort of feeling of a little bit sluggish, feeling cold, so it can help with our digestion and things. Maintaining strong bones and muscles. And again, even though all we were doing were lifting and lowering our feet, that tapping of our feet and the vibration through our bones actually strengthens bones. Brilliant. And increases blood flow to those muscles, helps bring energy, oxygen-rich blood to those muscles. So it can actually increase energy levels. You know, I don't know your personal balance. You should have a bit of an idea of when you do too much, what that balance is like. So increasing your energy levels if you don't do too much, but if you do too little, you also won't increase your energy levels. So it's that right balance. I don't know whether you find this, but I find when I walk, the soles of my feet have got lots of nerve endings in, and because they're getting massaged and stimulated, it actually does seem to help clarity. So when I walk and talk, I feel a bit better than when I sit and I'm static. And a little bit of movement earlier on in the day, if you can, is obviously going to help with sleep and relaxation. And it can also reduce pain, releasing natural analgesics, so our natural painkillers. The obvious thing when we're in pain is to sort of close, hold, go static. That's potentially not beneficial at all to our pain. If we can, gentle movement. So a little gentle movement that I'd like you to have a go at now is just, if you can, using your fingertips, just feel like there's rain on your face, around your eye sockets, through your cheeks. Just stimulate your face. So we're going to be using our nose a fair bit. Our nose is amazing, and we're going to learn a little bit and use it. Just give a little bit. If you need to rest and relax those shoulders, then do so. If it helps doing it one-handed and then swapping to the other, that's fine. And we're just going to follow, we've done it before, a little facial massage routine. So just for this moment, I'm going to stop that and then just go to our facial massage routine. If you are comfortable to use your fingers, all we're going to do is we're going to draw up to our hairline, draw down to our eyebrows, move our fingers out and across your pressure. Okay, don't make it hurt, but also don't do it so lightly that you barely notice it if you prefer a bit of pressure. So now a little massage in that temple. I've said it before, we're wonderful self-soothers. And this is where we go when we've got tension type headaches. We know to sort of massage there. Now bring your fingers under your eye sockets. And if it helps to press and release here rather than drag, do so and come right close to where your eyes and your nose are. Now come down, either slide down or tap and release. And this is where our sinuses are as well. And along the top of our teeth, the base of our cheekbone. Again, your pressure, whatever works for you, into that teeth grinders junction, if that's what you do, or talk too much. So a bit of relaxation. I know there are a few of us, but I think I'm the main culprit there. And now, whichever works for you, either press and release along the top of your jawline or slide till you get to your lovely chin, drop under, draw back and help some of that lymphatic drainage. So let's do that again. So we drew up from, you know, when you go here, you go, oh, my head's really pounding. We go to that area there, this little dimple area here. So we're going from there up, slide up to our hairline, slide down over the bony ridge of our eye socket, through our eyebrows. And if you feel the love, give yourself a little temple massage. As gentle or with some pressure, but we don't want to create headaches. And here I prefer personally to press and release. It's entirely up to you. This is something somebody else told me that they do this regularly with their daily moisturizer. Then slide down the sides of the nostrils through some of these sinus points. Let's help move some of that lymphatic tissue. Let's help the circulation, microcirculation at the surface in our skin. Again, to that, you'll feel it. The teeth grinders junction. Relax it. Feel the face soften. And then again, bring it along the cheekbone, the jawbone. Drop it down. And back to just behind the ears, that little massage is there, just behind the ears, which again is a point where you know if you've got a sore throat, you'll feel those glands come up, won't you? So giving those a gentle massage. How does that feel through the face? Is it a little bit tingly? Does it feel warmer? Does it feel a little bit more relaxed? Just give yourself a moment. And now what we're going to look at in a little bit more detail here is benefits of deep breathing. And again, I know full well that some of you know this, but sometimes it's just hearing it again that can remind you. And it's something that you might put a post-it on a door and just go, breathe, or put a little reminder on your phone that just bings and it's like, oh, yes, I need to breathe. And it's not just a, okay, and we'll find out why just going isn't going to cut it. It is breathing, but we can do it so much better. So again, just like exercise, it can release endorphins, those feel-good hormones, improves blood flow. And the next slide will explain why and how. And the importance of improving blood flow, hopefully is nice and obvious, but without our blood bringing us nutrients, then again, muscles, brain, digestive system, they're not as efficient. Removes toxins and helps with our immune system. So helping that flush out, we've just helped flush out a little bit here. So when you get chance, any massage, always make sure you do a little bit of hydration. That's my lemon tea there. It can help you prepare for deeper sleep. So you've got your beta, alpha, theta, and delta, your sort of range of sleep. And we want to go from that beta to that alpha to that theta. And this can help us in that transition if we can get into a good state of breathing. It can reduce pain and inflammation. And I was doing this with my mother-in-law at the weekend, who is in quite a lot of pain from arthritis in her knees. And she said, I thought I did deep breathing, but I obviously don't do it as well or as much as I now know I can. So it's just taking it that little bit further and playing, experimenting and seeing what it feels like. Improves digestion. Well, even down to when you breathe in deeply, your lungs fill, your rib cage opens, and your sheet of muscle at the bottom, your diaphragm, pushes down. So it pushes onto your digestive system. So pushing down onto that is a massage in itself. And again, we'll see why it lowers heart rate and blood pressure. So when we breathe through our nose, we produce even more nitric oxide. And that helps with vasodilation and Vaso is your blood vessels and dilation is them opening up. So if our heart doesn't have to work as hard because our blood vessels have opened up, we're more energy efficient, we're more relaxed, and we're not feeling as exhausted because we're not having to work so hard. As we breathe in through our nostrils, it filters out. We've got lots of little hairs in there that filter pollen and particles, but also we start to filter and help with neutralization of bacteria in a canal that we've got just by our sinuses back here. So if we warm the air, it's not a shock to our system, twice as easy. Anyone who's heard of breath of fire or does any proper yogic breathing will know the benefits of breathing in through the nose. And people will know things like alternate nostril breathing as well. I sometimes, because of a deviated septum, find breathing through my nose difficult, but it's important, so I find ways around it. If you can breathe out through the mouth or a combination of nose and mouth, you keep more nitric oxide in your nose and in your system. And that's what we want, because the nitric oxide is the trigger to say, oh, let's relax, let's soften these blood vessels. So what we're going to do, I will take that off again. What we're going to do is we are going to get as comfy as you can. Now, because earlier on I sat forwards on my chair, I'm going to bum shuffle back so that you can hear the creak, so that my back is as supported as it can be without me needing to do lots. But equally, I don't want to slump because that's going to squash that lung space. My shoulders are rolled again. Hands can be in your lap or can be down by the side, whichever works best for you. Being mindful of any sounds, they can come and they can go. That's fine. Being mindful of any thoughts, they can come and they can go. But ultimately, what we want to do is get some breathing. If you want to interlace your fingers and put them somewhere just around your navel, your tummy button, you may notice that on the in-breath, as the diaphragm pushes down, it pushes the abdomen out. So your fingers should open up. And on the out-breath, they should close. You don't need to do that. Do whatever works for you. If you can breathe in through your nose, and I'm aware that for some people that's difficult, but even being in that relaxed state is good for you. So slowly and gently breathe in through your nose for your count of 5. Hold it there for the count of 2. And as you breathe out, let the air come out, ideally through your mouth or through your nose and mouth, until almost you feel that your tummy button, your navel, come to your spine, because you've really let all of the air out and the tummy button is coming in as the diaphragm comes up again. Breathing in fully and completely. Feel the rib cage fill. Your count of 5. Hold it at the top of the breath for your count of 2. And release it, if you can, for your count of 7. Now you've got 5 fingers on one hand. As you breathe in, draw your finger up your thumb. 4, 5. Hold it at the top. 1, 2. Out for 1, 2. So this is your count. Whatever suits you best. You may need to alter it. That's fine. Maybe you're around breath 3. Doesn't matter. Fully focusing on the in-breath ideally through your nose. The out breath, at the end of the out breath, you feel your tummy button draw in to your spine. Okay, hopefully nearly finished or almost all finished. If you're still doing another one, great. If you want to carry on doing that, brilliant. So now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on air coming in through one nostril if you can. So this way we're just going to use our thumb against your nostril, one side. I find when I do alternate nostril breathing that if I push too hard, I seal off this side as well. So sometimes I need to squash my nose in order to open up my other nostril. Nadi in Kundalini Yoga it's called. So you're going to just breathe in and out through using that one nostril. The out breath can be nose or mouth. So breathing in. And out. Same nostril. So again, exactly the same as we were doing before. Just through one nostril. On the out breath, feeling the tummy return and soften. On the in breath, feeling the lungs filling. And it might feel quite odd because air is just going up through one side of your face, through one nostril. Lovely mindful awareness on that. And wherever you're at, one more. Okay, and take your hand down into your lap. Give that arm a little bit of a rest. If you need to give it a little bit of a rub and massage after being up there, that's fine. We're going to swap to the other side because it's always nice to do the same on both sides. So this time sealing off the other nostril. And again, I just need to give, for me, a little bit of help in opening up that nostril. Full focus on that beautiful in-breath, fully and completely through one nostril. And again, fully and completely on the out breath. Through the mouth, feel the tummy button return nearer the spine. Three more wherever you're at. And when you're done, just relax your hand. And just notice what you're feeling right now. And if it helps to close your eyes, if you haven't already done so, just gently check in. Are you feeling your feet and your legs? Are you aware of your stomach, your lower back? What's happening in your heart and lungs? How's your face feeling now? Is it still relaxed? Have you still got a nice loose jaw? No tension in the forehead? So this time bring awareness to almost like a golden thread. And this golden thread on the in-breath coils in your lungs as on a little roll. And release it on the out-breath. Bring in this beautiful golden light or golden thread. It can either come in through your nose, or if you want to imagine it coming in through the top of your head, but really pull that air in. And then let it uncoil and release. Let it go forwards into the world, bringing out any tension, any toxins. Breathing in, healing, warmth, and light. Try and bring that into all parts of your body now. Imagine that that in-breath doesn't just come into your lungs to fill them up, but it fills up every cell in your body. Beautiful, energy-rich, oxygenated air. And when you breathe out, it comes right up from your toes, all the way up and out, and then it releases any tensions, any tightness, that really send them out. Breathing in through the nose. Bring in that light, that warmth. Again, out through your mouth. And we'll finish this bit, but then we'll come off record and the online group can have a little chat. But my favorite meditation, as many of you know, is the body calm one. So for those that know it, just relax into it. For those that are new to it, you may notice different sensations. It may be something you feel fairly neutral about. Just go with it. So for this one, you're just going to bring awareness to different body parts, and you're going to very clearly say to yourself, the voice in your head, say each little mantra with real meaning. Just, that's all I ask. Say it with as much meaning as you can for you, and see what you notice. In between each bit, we just bring sort of awareness to this whole place we're in at the moment, in our bodies or in the space. I'll talk you through it. So, with your feet on the floor, say to yourself, I am secure. I am secure. And then let those words and that focus point melt and disappear. And just bring yourself to gently alert with your awareness wide open. So that may be to your breathing. It may be to sounds that are inside or outside. And now moving up to the base of your spine, focusing on this area, say to yourself, I am supported. I am supported. And whatever that may mean to you. And again, let that dissolve and bring yourself to being gently alert with your awareness wide open, maybe even to any emotions that have just arisen, and let them go after you've noticed them. Or any thoughts, notice them and let them go. Now bring the focus of attention to your navel, to your tummy button. And at this point, say to yourself, I am strong. I am strong. And what are you noticing? Almost, as I said, like dropping a pebble into a pond, there's a ripple effect. What's the ripple effect when you say those words to yourself? And gently let those words and that focus point dissolve. And bring attention to being gently alert, keeping that awareness wide open, almost curious. And now bring your focus of attention to your solar plexus, the area just below your rib cage. And say to yourself here, I am calm. I am calm. And just notice what saying those words feel like before letting them dissolve again and being gently alert with your awareness wide open, maybe to sounds, letting them come and go, thoughts or emotions, sensations in or on the body, or just your breathing. And now, bring the focus of attention to your heart center. And say to yourself here, I am open. I am open. That's the pebble that you've dropped into the pond. Let the ripple of those words spread through your body. And then again, let the words and the focus point go. And bring attention to being gently alert with your awareness, wide open, curious, listening in. Bringing the focus of attention this time to your throat. Saying to yourself here, I am kind. I am kind. Before, again, letting those words dissolve and becoming gently alert with your awareness wide open. And if you need to bring your breathing back as your anchor, that's fine. This is your time, your space. This time, the focus of attention comes to the forehead center or the third eye, just between the eyebrows and just slightly up. Say to yourself here, I am free. I am free. And again, whatever that means to you. Before letting that focus point dissolve. And coming back to being gently alert with your awareness wide open. And the focus of attention now is to the top of your head, saying to yourself here, I am worthy. I am worthy. And again, let that gently dissolve. And bring yourself back to being gently alert with your awareness wide open. Sounds that may come and go, thoughts, sensations, or emotions, let them come and just let them go. And the final focal point is all around, above, to the left, to the right, in front, behind. And say to yourself here, I am enough. I am enough. And again, let those words dissolve, disappear. Bring your focus back to your breathing. Hopefully maintain that beautiful deep breathing you had earlier. Feel your ribcage rise and expand on the in-breath. Relax and soften on the out-breath. Start to bring awareness to your feet on the floor. Your fingers, maybe give them a little wiggle, a little massage. Rubbing your hands together. Give your hands a nice little rub together. Gently cup your eyes, opening your eyes up inside your hands. Give your face another little bit of a massage as you waken and you open. Opening up the jaw, opening up the shoulders. If you need to march on the spot again, and really bring yourself back into the present moment. If you need to give a little bit of a wiggle, a turn, rotating your hands and the feet, maybe giving yourself a little bit of a massage to wake up, maybe a little shake to shake up, give it a shimmy, give it a shudder, and bring yourself back. So hopefully that's helped. What we'll do now is we will make sure that we pause the recording, and then we'll find out from you what you noticed, anything that you liked, anything that you weren't so keen on, and just give some feedback and say hello to each other. And thank you to those that have joined us in the recording, but now we're handing over to the people that have joined us online. So if you want to switch on your mics and